I Shay Nemo, we back rolling. It's that Mr. R.A. We back at it. Hey, remember a while ago, old girl was having that dream. Remember, she seen them bulls, and I was trying to tell you about the bulls a while ago. Here we go. Notice that the bulls got their arms crossed. Here we go, right there. See? I'm gonna go back right quick. Here we go. Okay, you see how the bulls got their arms folded? Ain't that how they standing over there on the pyramids over there in Egypt? Ain't that how the ancestors, like the Mayans, the Egyptians, the Sumerians? Don't you see statues in every culture, don't you? And look at these. And one of the most ancient. Look, you see how the arms folded? They defending themselves like a war, right? This game was played, and when they studied the pyramids, one word kept, when they studied our pyramids from Egypt, one word kept popping up all over that motherfucker. It was, and guess what word it was? Duel. While they laughing at the Yu-Gi-Oh card, that word was found all over the pyramid. Look at that beauty. That's beauty right there. That's beauty. Now check this out. You're going to see it later on, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you because I done told you about this part. Hey, look. When they... Oh, I ain't showed you yet. Here we go. Here we go.
Is that Yugi? Yugi, stop! Where are you going? Yugi!
To face my destiny. Goodbye.
Don't go!
See, we're dreaming. Your dreams are messages. See, you go to the spirit world when you sleep and then you get messages.
I've secured the most precious artifacts here. We've recovered stone carvings that depict the earliest known game played in Egypt. I'm sure you'll find it most familiar.
Stone carvings that display the earliest games played in Egypt. Y'all know where soccer come from? Guess who was kicking the ball around back in ancient times? The Mayans. That come from them. The soccer game. The motherfucking, we all know black people who created the car, light bulb, and all that shit, all the technology. We already know that. Let's see, what other sports? The Roman games. That's your modern day football. That's your modern day basketball. That's your modern day tennis. That's your modern day, everywhere where you go to a ring. Remember I told you Satan is the Lord of the rings. Everywhere you go to a sex ring, drug ring, the fucking kidnapping ring, those are rings. Saturn, satanic. Anytime you hear the word Saturn, name Saturn or Satan, Set, Sutek, Sunset, Satina, Suit. Well, let me see. Even the word shoot, because H's are silent. You feel me? But we're finna get back to this knowledge. These are ancestors. Here go the good part, y'all. Here we go.
Kaiba, behold the origin of duel monsters.
Behold the origin, where it come from. Where duel monsters come from. Where Yu-Gi-Oh cards come from.
It can't be. These carvings look like duel monster cards.
Y'all saw that, right? See, look. I'm gonna run it back a little bit. Right here.
It can't be. These carvings.
You see that? That's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. That's just like this. That's what this is. It's carved, right? Ain't that how they make the magic words and magic symbols? They carve it on something, right? They carved it in stone because our ancestors knew that stone would last. Paper books, your Bibles, they won't last. But I bet you that pyramid lasts. I bet you them tablets gonna last. How they find the tablets today? Cause the motherfuckers lasted. Back to what I was saying. See the all-seeing eye? That's Ra. That's like protection. That also represents like truth, light, information. Being able to see. Not being bound by the earthly desires and the ways of this earth. That look like a human right there. See what I'm saying? That like a blade or a tree. You see what I'm saying? It got a slash through it, so they crossed it out, letting you know that some got hit. Some got crossed out. Yep, the blade, see? The person and the blade, scratch, boom. Somebody got hit. And up here we got the shepherd's staff, so you can whoop ass and watch with the eye. This shit is easy, man. Look at this shit. This card right here is known as the card called Exodia. This is one of his legs. When you get the other leg and you get the other arm and the other arm and then the head, what did I tell y'all that the name Allah was? Arm, leg, arm, and head. Ain't that you? Ain't that you? Okay, anyway, watch this shit.
Like dual monster cards. Then that means your story is true.
I see you've come to your senses. Furthermore, there's a theory that in ancient times these monsters were real. Egyptian sorcerers summoned monsters to Earth to do their bidding.
Egyptian sorcerers summoned monsters to Earth to do their bidding. Just like summoning spirits, huh? Ain't that what's happening in all your games? All your TV shows? Ain't that what King Solomon was doing? To build the temple? To keep these spirits, using certain spirits to fight off other spirits?
But they soon realized that the monsters could not be controlled. They destroyed countless villages.
The monsters couldn't be controlled. The spirits got out of control. Basically, whoever summoned them, their magic was weak. Their energy was weak. Because notice, once that demon give you his name, you got power over it. But some motherfuckers still weak. See what I'm saying? So look at what they drew. You got a slave, or you got a worker here. You got another worker right here. You got another worker. That look like Imhotep. That look like Imhotep. Do y'all know about Imhotep? Ain't that the same nigga from the ancient Egyptian movie? What's the Mummy? Look at that nigga. You can't tell me that ain't him. You can't tell me that ain't the same nigga who on the Egyptian movie, the Mummy, the nigga's soul got transferred in it. All the magic. Huh? Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You got magic cards, you got trap cards, and you got monster cards. The monster cards are the spirits. Look at what's happening right here. The magic cards is the magic, and the trap cards is like the traps, death traps, like all over the pyramid when they try to go get our ancestors' knowledge. Don't them rocks start falling on their ass, huh? Don't the spirits start getting on their ass, huh? Look at the sun shining down, giving life, basically. This is a dual game showing what's happening. The spirit shine down. He is seeing what's happening down here. You see that running? Them spirits that they summon, causing chaos, the fires, the flames, causing chaos. The gods see it. Look, Imhotep. If you know about Imhotep, he was one of the magicians for the Egyptians. He was their top rank Egyptian. He was wise too. He was one of the ones that was on the good side, trying to help us. He was a magician that was on the right side. Study your shit.
And brought Earth to the brink of destruction. The citizens turned to the Pharaoh for help. Though he could not permanently defeat the monsters,
They turned to the Pharaoh for help, but he couldn't permanently defeat the monsters. Why? Because they are astral, etheric energies. They thought forms. They have energy. They have a life pulse. See what I'm saying?
Managed to use his magic to seal them away in stone tablets and brought peace to the world. However,
he used his magic and sealed the monsters away in stone tablets. Look at this shit. This is on the pyramids, bro. They trapped the spirits away. And they drew them into the goddamn... If y'all seen Goosebumps, remember Goosebumps? Remember that episode, that movie where that little black boy used to draw them demons they had, used to hunt him at night. That he used to have nightmares. And he was getting hunted by these spirits. Come to find out, the spirit turned out to be the mama's boyfriend. Spirit ended up beating both of their ass, but the teacher, he told the teacher. And the teacher came over one night and the spirit tripped out. He attacked everybody in there, including the teacher. So the little boy had drew the picture. He drew the picture of the monster and showed the teachers. That's why he came over. While they fighting, the picture ended up getting on the fire. Oh, maybe that's what that just was. Maybe that's what that just was. Okay. Anyways, Goosebumps. The damn picture got on the fucking stove and it burnt up. And the spirit started burning the fuck up. So now you understand. Either you do or you don't.
Over time, Evil sorcerers learned how to control the monsters and release them from the tablets. With their army of powerful monsters, the sorcerers were confident that no one could stand in their way. They betrayed the pharaoh and waged an all-out war against him. This is the one you must look at.
Here we go, y'all.
This carving is the reason I've called you here tonight.
Here go another piece.
It depicts one of the main conflicts in the war between the pharaoh and his greatest opponent.
Between the pharaoh and his greatest opponent.
Closely examine this artifact. After this moment, Kyla, your life will never be the same.
That's the pharaoh?
That's the pharaoh. Remember I told you it's the pharaoh? That's the spirit in the puzzle.
What? That's Yugi! And the monster carved above him is the Dark Magician!
That's his favorite card, the Dark Magician. I'm gonna tell y'all about black magic too, and I'm gonna tell y'all about white magic too. And I ain't going into all that scary, spooky shit. I'm gonna tell y'all how they took our ancestors' practices and start telling y'all and us that it's demonized and it's the devil and all this kind of shit. I'm gonna break all this shit down. I got it.
On the left is the sorcerer fighting against him. That's you, Kyla. If you still have any doubt,
Look. Don't that look just like that nigga? Who did I tell you that his name was? Seto Kaiba? Set, the devil? And who is he over there fighting against? The fucking Pharaoh. Okay, if you know anything about ancient Egyptians, what was the separation of the land down there? What was going on? I-10, have you ever heard of I-10 Ra? I-10 Ra? I-10 worked his way up to the top, bruh. He did some sneaky shit. And then he took off from Egypt and then came back and took over Egypt type shit. Now you got Amun, like you say the Indio prayers. Amen, Amun, Amun Ra. That means to let it be. And you speaking to the sun. Cause you speaking affirmations because these astrological energies from the planets have, when you speak, that's a sound. Sound is a element. Just like fire is an element, water is an element. Sound itself is an element. Remember the Bible God give you a sound mind. This nigga is the devil. He represents the darkness. I ain't gonna say the darkness. I'm gonna say he does represent the darkness, but he represents the adversarial force, the enemy force, because not all darkness is evil.
look at his monster. It's the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
That's his favorite card.
The hieroglyphics read that the mighty sorcerer marched into the pharaoh's chamber and challenged him and his legion of noble magicians to a legendary duel with the fate of the world at stake.
Basically, it just said that this nigga on the left had came into this nigga's lair in Egypt and challenged that nigga to a battle, a duel, just like it's written all over the pyramids, a duel, battling this planet. Always been about war. This planet is a war ground. Don't be fooled. The Anunnaki, the Elohims, the spaceships, they already up there. If you don't know, then you just don't know. You need to get on your knowledge. That's why it's so hot, cause they planet is here. And these ancient, this shit is written everywhere in every culture. Okay, now they had to make it classic baby form for niggas to break the shit down, cause they gave it to the kids. Adults just too far out. They too religious. They not ancient. They religious. They modern day. They don't know about their ancestors and their bloodline where they come from. So they really like a lost sheep of Israel. Back to what I was saying. This nigga walked into this nigga lair and challenged this nigga, and the stakes was over the whole world. Why? Because you see that pyramid around his neck? That's where his soul and spirit is in. This nigga is the devil coming against this nigga to battle. He want to take his place. The devil want to take this nigga place.
The pharaoh accepted the sorcerer's challenge, and their epic battle began. Both opponents unleashed their most powerful monsters against each other. The sorcerer fighting to control the world, and the pharaoh and his loyal followers fighting to save it. Today, 5,000 years later, this ancient battle is being played out once again. Do you see? Now do you believe in destiny, Kaiba?
This can't be real. There's no way. This piece of rock has got to be a fake.
If you won't trust my words, then you must look back in time and experience a part of the battle firsthand.
You see that thing on her neck? Remember I told you about that? She got the Millennium necklace. She got all those items. Excuse me, y'all. I'm a little high. All of those items are called Millennium. Notice they gold. Egypt, gold. Real gold. Monatomic gold. Real gold. You know what I'm saying? Her necklace has the power to let her see the eye, let her see into the future. She's about to use her power on him so that he can see the past. Remember I told you about the little nigga, the pharaoh, the little nigga, the spirit, and he looked just like him. Same thing with this nigga. He just seen himself in the past, but he's a modern day himself. But he don't know that his spirit self is trying to teach him and lead him on the way that his spirit's supposed to go to. Watch this shit, man.
Which I can help you do with my Millennium necklace. Now, open your mind and see into the past.
What is this place? I hereby declare a challenge to the Pharaoh.
Look at him.
By the rights of tradition, fool me if you are not a coward.
That nigga badass.
See my crime, release the monster trapped inside. Magic power, see my crime, release the monster trapped inside.
See that? Did you just see them little magician dudes? They call sorcerers, or what we would call modern day priest. Priest. They are priests, just like your preacher. They're sorcerers. They're magicians. They're warlocks. Do you know what a warlock? War, fighting, locks. Like fucking, like ogres. You see what I'm saying? Like monsters fighting. Magical monsters. Just like the World of Warcraft, you got monsters fighting and using magic. Y'all think this shit is a joke, and that, boy, if y'all don't.
Challenge to the Pharaoh. By the rights of tradition, fool me if you are not a coward. Magic powers, heed my cry, release the monster trapped inside.
You hear them chanting? You see the hoods that they got on? Ain't them the same hoods that you be seeing that they be wearing at they little Christian churches and shit like that? Huh? They wearing hoodies. Snakes. Didn't catch it though. Look how they sitting down up there at the top. Like elders. How many is that? Damn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Man, say. It might just be 9, but I'm gonna say this. They got a whole monument set up, and they got monsters drew as in what you call them things, gargoyles. You know how gargoyles sit at the top of the roofs to protect your house, the spirits to protect your house. That's they way. That's the ancient way. They drew them like that in big ass stones. And then they was just chanting they spell. They got all them energies. Each one of these niggas got their own energy, and they all chanting the same spell. That's what happens when you do prayers. Oh, there goes some more over there. So it's more than that. Okay. That's what happened when you chant. That's what happened when you do prayers. You're doing magic. That's what happened. You're chanting. When you chant, did you see that light that came up around them? That's what happens when you chant. You're doing magic. You just don't know it because it's your ancestors' practice and it was hidden from you for so long.
By the rights of tradition, fool me if you are not a coward. Magic powers, heed my cry, release the monster trapped inside. Magic powers, heed my cry, release the monster trapped inside. As the Pharaoh's loyal servant, I will stand against you, traitor!
You see that? Well, I love this game. That's why I love it, because it's an ancestors game.
I banish you all to the Shadow Realms!
You hear that? I banish you all to the Shadow Realm. Why he said banish, right? Because when they do away with the spirit, they banish the spirit. When they cast the demons out of the people that's possessed, the spirit go back to the Shadow Realm, the dark place, space, chaos, darkness, the fourth dimension, the place where when people die from this realm and they ain't done with their life, well, basically when they wake up, they already surrounded in darkness because all they did was just come up outside of the physical vessel, and they in the space. They came out of the physical vessel, and now they in the fourth dimensional space. They're no longer physical; they're space now, which means they're everywhere. Okay, he summoned the spirit. He summoned the spirit out of this stone tablet. Ain't that something? And then he's got it in attack mode because it's ready to attack. And then you're gonna notice, like I said earlier, some of them are in defense. They covering themselves up for defense. This is a beautiful game. Oh
no! What is this?
You see how them dudes disappeared? See, our ancestors was into some so far strong shit. This shit was real, y'all. This shit is real. You see how them people disappeared? They got banished to the shadow realm. He sent their souls to the sleep state. He sent their souls there. Like people go in a coma, they in the shadow realm.
I feel like a total loser. I almost lost you and the puzzle forever in that fire. There's no way I can face this enemy. What if I mess up again? You didn't fail. Only because my friends came and saved me. Otherwise, I'd never escaped. You're wrong, Yugioh. You need to believe in yourself like I believe in you. In all my years, I have never encountered a soul as brave as yours, Yugioh. There is a reason why fate handed you the Millennium Puzzle and brought us together. You have the heart of a true champion and a soul that is courageous and true. In another time, you could have been Pharaoh.
You see the moon? Isis? Isis, the female. You see the female? Remember I told you her name is Ishtar? Her name is also Ishizu. Ishizu Ishtar. That's her name. Ishizu is the car. Oh, why they naming the cars and the objects after? Don't you got a car named Saturn? Don't you got a car named Mercury? Don't you got a car named who did I just say? Ishizu Ishtar. Ishizu? Are you catching on to this shit?
Neither side showing any mercy, they summoned monsters that were increasingly more powerful and vicious. The winner of the duel was written here, but as you can see, the hieroglyphics have been worn away.
I see.
Yes, but though we don't know the outcome, there's still much that we can learn. Let us take a glance into the past again, using the powers of my Millennium Necklace.
Your legend may be strong, but did you think I would not come prepared? It is no match for the combined fury of my dragons! Meant to be one, meant to be one, meant to be one. You
see that?
You shall be unstoppable!
See, they chanted to bring it about. Sorcery. This is our ancestor shit. Don't be afraid of this shit.
The traitor with your blazing inferno!
It's the shit you already doing. You just didn't know it.
You have not won yet, Pharaoh. It is far from over. Do you think one of your pathetic minions have the magic to defeat me? I will shatter them from existence right before your very eyes.
That's a badass outfit, boy.
That sorcerer's a big mouth losing chump. You can't compare him to me.
Well then, maybe the final vision will convince you.
No.